Can you hear me now? All right, so I'll introduce myself again. Thank you so much, Sandra, for letting me know that I don't have any sound. All right, so before I begin, can you please let me know if you could hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you could hear me. All right, so I will begin again. I'll introduce myself to you again. My name is Keisha Christian. Many of you know me as a holistic health and wellness educator, also the host of Dropping Gems television as well as a radio host. So tonight I was coming to you, or I am coming to you, as an international award-winning author. This webinar I'm doing tonight was actually suggested by some people that I've actually helped or assisted with publishing their own book. So I wanted to come on here today to share some tips. And so today I'll be actually sharing 5 tips. Hi, Venice. Thank you for joining today. Thank you so much. So tonight I'm coming on here for you to share 5 tips with you. Now, tomorrow night, I'll be on again to share 5 more tips. And also, I'm offering a free gift. That's right, you're also getting a free gift as well. So I'm going to get started. Now, I know many of us might be wondering what are some things I need to do, or you need assistance of publishing your next book. You've been sitting on a book for years, or maybe you even have completed a manuscript and you're not sure what you need to do next. Well, today I decided to put together some tips to share with experienced authors as well as new authors. Okay? Yes, I'm so excited to have you here, Venice, as well. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining my webinar. All right, so we're going to get started. Now, the first tip in particular that we're going to go into, and remember, if you come on this live tonight, you actually will be receiving a free gift. So if you're interested in getting this ebook that I have created for new and experienced authors, definitely you want to make sure that you stay to the end of this live to find out how you can receive this wonderful ebook. All right. So as many of you know, I am an international award-winning author. I'm also the executive producer and host of the international television show Dropping Gems. Also, because it airs in Jamaica as well as in 3 states, 3 selected states: Washington, D.C., Delaware, and also PG County, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and the PG County, Maryland, PG County. All right. So I've had so much experience working with putting together my own book. And I just want to reach out and help others with understanding how to publish your own book. Now, recently, I had a friend of mine. I don't know if Dr. Simone is on, but Dr. Simone, she came to me and she was asking me questions about publishing her book. And it was at that point, she was like, you know what? You should do a webinar. So here I am tonight putting on a webinar. And I just want to assist those who are looking to publishing their next bestseller. All right, so the first tip I want to give you as those who might be looking to publish their own book, first tip is make sure you're giving yourself ample time. All right, so giving yourself more time than you think you need is essential. When you are getting ready to upload your manuscript to either KDP or onto Amazon or onto Barnes and Noble, there are times where you may encounter some difficulties. So it's important to give yourself ample amount of time when you are getting ready to publish your book. All right. So you never know if you'll have any delays because many of these platforms have different rules. So you might be able to upload your book just fine, and the cover the cover art, you might be able to upload it just fine on one platform, but then on another platform there might be an issue. So you want to make sure that when you decide to upload or to publish your book, you're giving yourself plenty of time. So if you're saying that your book is going to be published on September 1st, and we are in August, right? Make sure that you're not doing it last minute, all right? So as I want to reiterate, self-publishing platforms have different requirements. They're not all the same. And there may be changes that needs to be made prior to publishing your book, all right? So make sure you give yourself ample time. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, and this is essential as well. You want to make friends. Also, networking. It's important, and I know I'm guilty of this because sometimes I forget to tell people that I am an author, right? So you want to make sure that you let individuals know that you are an author. So it is important that you join certain groups, right, on social media. Definitely you want to join different groups on social media to let them know you're an author. And when I'm talking about particular groups, I'm talking about author groups. You want to look to join author groups or groups in your local community. I know I have some things that I am a part of, I'm affiliated with in my local community, and I make sure that it's known that I am an author. All right? Because one of the things when you get involved with your local community or you let people know that you're an author, if there are any events taking place, they will let you know. And this is how I was able to get into many different events and learn about events that were going on for authors in particular. So definitely want to make sure that you get out there, put yourself out there, and share your ideas with your fellow authors as well. You have other authors who may be more experienced than you, may know certain more things than you. So getting the information and sharing it with each other is really important. I'm not saying to share your whole book, but definitely some ideas you want to share. You also want to also surround yourself with writers, others who write or who write in the same or similar genre as yourself. Okay? So definitely networking, making friends, really important. Tip number 3, you want to make sure that you start marketing early. Goes along too with, you might even want to start marketing before you have actually completed publishing your book. All right. So once you have picked a date that you want to publish your book, it's important for you to start marketing early. So start marketing 6 to 8 weeks prior to your book launch, right? That could involve actually buying ads. It could involve creating a book trailer, posting on social media, getting work done that incorporates the title of your book or the front cover of your book, and start letting people know your book is coming out, because you want to create an excitement about your book. You want to get your fans ready, right? And then another thing, what you could do, depending on your genre, you could go live on social media. As I mentioned before, when you go live on social media, you could incorporate your book trailer. They have book trailers. It's kind of like a movie trailer, right? Where you could get that created. And you also could give teasers about your book if you want to read excerpts or whatever from one of the chapters in your book. You could do that if you choose. There is a plethora of things you could do to start marketing your book. Definitely want to do that. Don't keep it a secret. If no one knows you're coming out with a book, how are they going to buy it, right? So make sure that you start marketing 6 to 8 weeks prior to your book launch. All right. You want to build up that excitement and the anticipation. All right. Tip number 3. Oh, excuse me. Tip number 4. Sorry. Tip number 4. Now, I want you to keep in mind it's important that you are realistic. All right. Now, with me, I had to actually learn this the hard way with my first book because I was being such a perfectionist for my first book. And many people don't know this. Actually, after my book was published, I had some burnout, and it affected me physically. Because I put so much work into my first book, and actually, it left me drained completely once I was done. So I put so much effort into it. I was just being very nitpicky about everything, I realized, and it was not good for my health. So you definitely want to make sure that you drop the perfectionism, right? Especially if you're a new author. Um, this should be such an exciting time for you. It should be a time for you to have fun with it and be excited as well. So when you go live on social media platforms to talk about your book, it can be seen in your whole being. So it's important that it's a fun experience for you. All right. So, and even I'm thinking sometimes, a lot of times we equate publishing a book or coming out with a book as giving birth to a baby. So, with that, remember, this is your story. This is what you have created, you have developed. For some people, it's a journey that has taken many, 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 many years, right? So you want to take time to have fun, enjoy the process of publishing your book, right? And also keep in mind, everything will not be perfect. Everything will not go perfectly. Everything will not be perfect. Even if I go back to the first tip when I discussed giving yourself ample time, when you give yourself ample time, it makes you be less stressed, right? So, also, as I said, things are not always going to go perfect. There might be issues when you have to upload your manuscript up to on these platforms. There might be issues with your cover. They might reject your cover art, right? They might reject artwork that is in your book. Some people don't realize this. So you definitely want to make sure that you're realistic and just be aware of these are things that actually might come up or happen. All right. And our last tip for the night, tip number 5. You want to make sure that you are creating a community. All right. It's important that you build your tribe. All right. However, you want to do that. You could start a group on Facebook. You could start a YouTube channel. There are many things you could do. You could go live on Instagram, and depending on what your topic of your book is, you could definitely give out tips depending on what type of writer you are, whether you are a fictional writer or nonfiction like myself, giving out certain tips on possibly how to do something, right? So when you become that author, especially in nonfiction, you are actually an expert in the subject matter that you are writing about, right? Or you become that expert. So you want to make sure that you get your tribe together. Let people know about you. Put yourself out there. I know some of you who are authors, you might be shy or what have you, but definitely, if you want people to know about your book, you have to talk about it. You have to advertise, create that community. If you have to create your own group, go ahead and do it because it's important, especially if you want to become a successful author and have a successful publication. All right. And that is the last tip for tonight. Now, I have to let you know I will be on again tomorrow night. Okay? So let me just, I will be on tomorrow night, but I just want to let you know that I am offering this free ebook that I'm sharing with you that I created with 10 tips actually, but tonight I am only sharing 5, all right? So you want to make sure if you want to get this ebook, this free ebook that I am offering you tonight, I would like you to text the word book, capital BOOK, to 866-229-4699. I'm going to say that again. I want you to text the word book to 866-229-4699. One more time, I'll say it again. Text the word book to 866-229-4699. Let me see. I have some comments here, so let me check them out. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Pharaoh. Yes, thank you. I'm happy that you're here to hear all this wonderful information. And thank you, Dwayne. Yes, milestone. We have to make milestones. Definitely. Thank you, Dwayne, for joining us tonight. All right, then. So definitely, if you want this valuable information that I'm giving out tonight, text the word book to 866-229-4699. Wonderful information I'm giving out. And another thing, come back here tonight or tomorrow. I'm saying tonight, excuse me. Come back here tomorrow for part 2, where I will be going over 5 more tips. All right? 5 more tips for becoming a successful author and having a successful publication. All right, then. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. It is much appreciated. And I love that that you decided to come on. Oh, Venice wants to know, what's the number again? All right, I'll give you the number one more time. The number is 866-229-4699. That's the number, and you're going to text the word book to that number. Okay, so you could receive your free ebook on tips for becoming a successful author and having a successful publication. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on this live, and I will see you tomorrow with 5 more tips I'll be sharing. All right, then, tomorrow at the same time at 6 p.m., I'll be going live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. All right, then. Thank you so much for joining me. Peace, blessings, much abundance to you.